Yo, how you doing? This your boy D Mac, YouTube world, and I'm back with another video. In case you new to my channel, it's an inspirational, motivation, educational, and uplifting channel. And with that being said, today is Valentine. So I got on my red and everything, man. Got myself together. I want to wish all the ladies and fellas happy Valentine, man. Today, today is a day of love, man. We have some people that talk about the meaning of. Some people celebrate, some people don't. Some people talk about the gay effects and different stuff that went on in the ancient days, back in the days about Valentine's. But it's each to his own, or whatever you want to do. But happy Valentine's Day. And today I want to talk about love, because love is a very serious topic these days. Love is a lot of times taken out of content. Love is misused, mistreated, misunderstood. A lot of times we go through things with love, and what we mix it up is we start to love with the mind and not with the heart. You have to always love with the heart and not the mind. Always remember that. Love with your heart and not your mind. Because when you do that, you will get mix-ups. You'll get mixed signals. You'll get mixed relationships, mixed friendships, and you'll have mixed interpretations of things. And you'll be looking for one thing when it's another. You know, you'll be coming, but you're going. You'll be going, but you're coming. So let's try to stay focused on love. Let's try to stay focused on understanding love and what it means. I did speak with a 24-year-old recently, and I want to talk about the cause and effects of the things that we go through in life pertaining to love and the way we love ourselves and the way we feel about ourselves. And one of my great methods of reaching people is I tear a person down and then I build them up. And what I mean by that is when you meet someone, you should let them express themselves, get everything out, get it all out, because when you meet people, they talk about they don't care, or I'm tired, or I don't care if I die. Those are things that we cannot say. We cannot tell ourselves we don't care. We cannot tell ourselves that we don't live. We don't care if we live or we die. You cannot say that. You cannot practice that. You can't, because you start to speak things and they come into existence, and you start to feel that way. You start to act that way, and we can't, because like I said, it's a motivational, it's an educational, inspirational, and uplifting channel. So, like, I want you to just roll with me, vibe with me for a minute. When you let a person express themselves, or when you come in contact with a person, they already on this level, and you on this level. So, what's the odds of you coming to an understanding with two people that's on this level? You know, so a lot of times you have to suppress, bow down, accept, let a person get everything out. Ask a person what's going on, or what happened. Make them feel as comfortable as possible with you, and they'll tell you why they are the way they are. And a lot of times we are all the way we are from a cause and effect. Whether it's you saying I didn't have my parents, or I grew up a certain way, we were less fortunate, whatever the cause was, it's the effect, which is the way you are today. And why I say that, I want y'all to stay with me on that, because I let a person empty themselves out, and I made them point out who fault it was. And a lot of the times it was their own fault. Or worst case scenarios, when a person is in a situation from their own actions, I asked that question again, who fault was it? And it was the individual's fault. So a lot of the things that we go through is our own fault. You know, we don't want to look at it like that, but it was our decision making. And we are only grown when we doing what we want to do. We only up here when things working. But when things don't work, then we start to talk about why and where I came from and what I had and what I didn't have. You can't do that, because that's that crutch. That's that weak way. That's that coward way out. And you may not believe this. Facing situations head on face forward is the best way to handle situations. Not from the back. Not from the side. Not from the bottom up. I tell people, when you meet someone, what's the chances of you getting an understanding with this person and you just met them? This person don't know you. You don't know them. You may be opinionated. They may be opinionated. So the chances are you're going to have to be quiet. You're going to have to listen. And after you listen, that person becomes vulnerable. They becomes open. They becomes just like an open wound. You can become contagious. You can become contagious. You make them understand that you are contagious then, because now I'm finna get inside you. All that bad stuff that you poured out, all that stuff you put on the table, you laid out to tell me why you feel the way you feel, you are the way you are, is because of what you went through. Okay, we can't change that. That's the first thing we need to understand. We can't change that, and we can't allow that to constantly hold us down, hold us back from what we're going through. You can't. Like, you're not going to be successful if you don't think successful. You're not going to have anything in life, nothing in life, if you don't apply yourself that way, if you don't think that way, if you don't save that way. You're never going to have nothing, because you can give a man $1 million, but you can't tell him how to keep it because he don't have that. So that's why I say today is a day of love, man. And why I want to talk about love is because love will cause you to do some things that sometimes you want to do, and a lot of times things you don't want to do. A lot of times people think loving someone is doing what they want you to do. That's not love, man. You know, you do something out of love when it's from here to do. If you're not doing it from here, it's in vain anyway. So love the right kind of love and love the right way. If you're not happy, it's not love. If you're not winning, it's not love. If it's not affectionate, it's not love. So you have to stay conscious of love. And when I talk to people and I make them spill themselves, spill their feelings, spill their past. And when they spill those things is when you step in and build them back up. You fill them back up with the right things. You fill them up with that motivation. You fill them up with that inspiration, that education. You educate them. You show them where you cannot allow your past to defeat your future. You cannot allow you to feed off of what you have seen, known, went through. Very touching subject, man, because you know the young lady had been raped, molested, put out DHS homes, a lot of different things, man. And it was a lot to just sit there and listen. But as I listened, I was thinking this person pouring themselves out. So I got to be ready to fill them back up. And I fill them back up with the fact that we didn't pick our parents. We didn't pick our past. We couldn't tell grown-ups what to and what not to do as a child. We was just growing. And our parents lived their lives, whether it was good, bad, life or death, allowed us to be molested or whatever. It wasn't your fault. So a lot of times people like that come up and they feel like, I don't care. I done been through the worst. I just had to sell my body. I done had to stoop to the lowest grounds and do the lowest things. That may be so. But that was then. This is now. You know, this is now. So on Valentine's Day, I want to make this video and I want to shed the love that people should shed on people. And tell people that, man, there's people out here that been through things just like you, but they didn't let what they've been through determine the outcome. That's my biggest thing. Like, I can tell you a bunch of stuff that I go through every day, a bunch of stuff I've been through, but you would never pick up on it. If I don't share it with you, you wouldn't know. Even if it's education, financial, emotional damages, family damages. Like, if I don't share that with you, you wouldn't know, because I learned that was just some I experienced. That wasn't like my depth in life. That ain't where I stayed in life. Because I want you to first understand this. Anyone that's listening, I pray all over the world, don't ever allow a situation to determine you for life. If you want to make that kind of decision to let something determine who you are for life, let it be a successful move. Let it be a positive move. Let it be an uplifting move that you can live with every day. Not like a self-destructing move. Or I don't care. I didn't live my life or death. Or you got to die one day. Who cares? I don't care. Like, you have to take that out of your vocabulary. You have to stop saying things like that, because you have to care. It's no way in life you can cure and maintain anything. You cannot get $1 million and not care. You cannot. Like, you think about $1 million and you not caring, and you ask yourself, how fast or most likely am I going to be broke? I'm not going to have nothing. Why? Because I don't care. Okay, it's then that you broke that you start to care. And then you start to act like you don't care. But you start to realize, man, I care more than I thought I did. So, with love, relationships, and family, I always remember, it's in your control, but it's not. It's a part of your life, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, I wanted you to understand that I tore a person down and I built them back up, because I put something positive into them, because all that they poured out was negative. It was a negative lifestyle. It was a negative environment. It was negative input. So that's all this person felt, was negativity. Not in a sense where they were negative. It was just that you didn't hear nothing good, because they hadn't been around nothing good. They hadn't talked to nobody good. They hadn't talked to nobody that was up here or had sense. They had sat around and got themselves full of negative. Just negative. No uplifting, no sense of direction. Just constantly destruction. Whether it's keeping you drugged, keeping you drunk, keeping you off your square, just keeping you unleveled. So, I wanted to talk about that today because, you know, it's people out here suffering, man. Like, they parents, man, let them suffer, man, be molested, be raped. Like, that's deep, man. That's life changing. That's stuff that people not swallowing, bro. You know, like, and you gotta look at people like Gabrielle Union, Oprah Winfrey, Fantasia. You know, you got people that been through stuff like this and they still succeeded. Like, financially, they succeeded, or in their life, and they went on to be whatever it is they want to be. So, it's a fact that you only allow it to affect you as far as you're willing to allow it. Like, for as long as you allow it. So, it's Valentine's Day, man. And love is what you fill people with. Understanding is what you fill people with. Listen to people. Just listen. Listen to them. They'll tell you if you listen. One thing about people, what they don't know is, whether you tell a lie or the truth, if you listen to them, you can decipher the lie from the truth if you just listen. So a lot of times we don't listen. We should listen, and we don't. And we leave where we left off with people. We don't been and got nowhere with them. So it was like useless. So I took it up on myself today to tell you to love yourself. Love yourself. You know, love the Lord. Whomever God you serve, your kids, be there. Take the time to listen. Take the time, man, to just listen. Because if you listen to a person, you will see where the anger come from. You'll see where the misguidance come from. You'll see where they didn't get their education. You'll see, like, before you can judge or make a call on this person, you need to listen, because there's always something there. That's the reason they the way they are. It's something there. If you look at a person, you meet a person, you say that person ain't normal, or that person heading to hell, or that person heading to jail, or that person not gonna be happy. They not gonna be in love. They not gonna have this. They not. Listen to them. Tear them down to their most vulnerable point, and let them get that out of them. When I was drinking, man, I used to be real sick, and it'll have everybody kind of in a frenzy about what's wrong, and it'll be that the poison was deep down inside. It was in my stomach, so I knew that I had to get it out for me to feel better. And it's the same way with us as people. You have to get the things out that make you sick. You have to get the things out that keep you from being happy. And if you don't learn to do that, you won't be happy. You're not going to get where you're going. And even if you get there, you're not going to stay there long, you know, because what's inside that kept you from being this way is still there. So you got to always make a person empty themselves. Get them to empty themselves. Fill them back with something good. Fill them with premium, top of the line. Fill them with something that's going to prosper. Fill them with something that's going to win, not to lose, win. Give them something to show them that, look, man, you not the only person that been through this. You not the last. But if you don't capitalize, you went through it for nothing. If you don't take that and win from it, then you going to lose from it. Like, it's no other way, you know. And it's Valentine's Day, man. So that's the word for today. Love, man. Love yourself, man. Empty that mess out. Fill yourself back up with something good. You start to feel better. You start to act better. You start to do better. That's the way to success. Like, it takes a lot of energy to be mad. I work with some guys, man. And the older people is like the worstest. The younger people can be the worstest, and I blame the older people for being the worstest. Why? Let me tell you why. In my days of growing up, you went to church. It wasn't a question. You going to church. And nowadays, people say you can't force God on people. That ain't nothing. Guess what? If I know better for my child, then I make the decision for him. Okay? You can sit up and say, my child shouldn't carry a gun. But then you'll turn around and say that I don't want to force God on him. Okay? Just like I know he need God and you know he don't need the gun, it's the same thing. So stop allowing them to make them type of decisions, because religion is a big thing in society now, you know. Religion is a big thing, you know. Call it big controversy if you don't watch it. But you want to make sure your kids know why you tell them to respect their elders and respect your parents, or your days will be cut short. They'll know, like, where they came from. But I meet a lot of teens. I meet a lot of people in their 20s these days. They don't know what that means. They heard it, but they never read it, never seen it. So it's not really facts to them. So that's why I say you have to make sure your kids are going and getting these things. It's not really negotiable. It's mandatory. And I really want you to understand that we have to stick to these traditions to have a better outcome. Like, teens are killing at an all-time high right now. They going to jail boldly at an all-time high right now. To my high. I don't care. So we have to realize that we not filling them with nothing. We not staying on them. We not hard on them. You know, we not hard on them. You got to be hard on them. Like, you got to make this stick. Like, something has to stick. You have to understand, like, we can be hard on them now, or the prison going to be hard on them later. Or the cemetery going to be hard on them later. You know, hardship going to be on them throughout life to where you trying to live your life and look out for your kids. So, you know, I just want you to understand, man, it's Valentine's Day and it's still things to say, you know. So just think about that today, man. You know, this is a loving day. Just think about where you want to be. Think about how happy you want to be and think about the price you're willing to pay to be happy, you know, because that's what's going to make the difference. I'm D-Mac. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, hit the like button. It's an inspirational, motivational, educational, and uplifting channel. And I tell anybody, man, I'm everything that I talk about. I'm everything I talk about, you know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I've been through a lot just like everybody else. And I'm here to tell you that I started here trying to change. And it's a work in progress every day. And I'm here to tell other people that, hey, man, it's a process, you know. You're not perfect. You're not going to make everybody happy. I'm not going to make everybody happy. I can't make everybody happy. God didn't make everybody happy. So you got to understand that it's only so much we can do. It's only so much that's in our control, but our minds, our lives, and the decisions we make are some things that we can change, you know. So just think about that today, man. When you're making your loved ones happy and you're trying to pick out the right people to do the right things for and the right people's lives to be in, remember that, man. You can't make everybody happy. You can't. And check out some of my videos. I'm going to start making videos on all different topics, you know, different things. So just stay tuned, man. I'm going to keep dropping them. But today, it's a happy Valentine's. And I want you to have the most successful life, the most successful day. And always remember to smile, you know what I'm saying? And with that,